So let's continue our conversation about Rafael Nadal's secret to mental toughness. And without any further ado, let's start with secret number 1 in this video and secret number 6 in our video series. And it is visualization. Rafael Nadal shares in his autobiography that he used to visualize how he scored balls and how he was playing soccer before his soccer matches, because when he was a child and a teenager, he used to play tennis and soccer at the same time. He also shares that before tennis matches, in order to suppress his fears and doubts, he imagines how he puts on protective armor and becomes a fearless warrior. He actually calls it self-hypnosis, but I personally think that visualization might be a better word choice here. This trick helps him to hide his own fears and doubts, not only from his opponents, but from himself as well. One important thing I want to notice here, because I know that a lot of movies like Secret are saying that you should visualize how you're like driving a car that you want, or how you're getting this trophy or that trophy. I think that visualizing getting trophies, applauses, and admirations is quite useless and something that is not helpful at all. I think that the goal, what you should visualize is what type of person is able to get all that. And for Nadal, it's a fearless warrior with a protective armor. Okay, let's move now to secret number 2, and it is Nadal's rituals that help him achieve flow state faster. So Nadal, 45 minutes before his match, he always, as he says in his autobiography, takes a cold shower where he once again visualizes how energy flows, fills his body. And then he goes to see his trainer, then he puts his earphones, and then there is just a long list of things that he does, and it is described in his autobiography. Developing your own ritual before that is going to help you to achieve this flow state is a great tool. And flow state of mind, let's talk about what is a flow state of mind. Flow state of mind is where one feels in the zone. It's a mental state in which a person performing some activity, not necessarily sport, is fully immersed in a feeling of energized focus. Okay. This flow state brings us to secret number 3, which is Nadal's belief that adrenaline is there to help him. A lot of times when we feel nervous or feel this sort of anxiety in our body, when we feel it, we think that it's gonna go against us, and it is actually not true. And in order to debunk this myth, Kelly McGonigal, Stanford professor of psychology, has written a whole book that is called The Upside of Stress. And one of the main ideas in this book is that by changing your belief from stress is bad to stress is good because it prepares my body to fight, can literally change your hormones. For example, this single cognitive change can cause your body to produce more DHEA hormone that neutralizes negative effects that adrenaline may cause. And stress management is a huge topic, and we're going to discuss it in a separate video that I'm going to link right here. So click and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But to summarize this point, I want to say that knowingly or unknowingly, Nadal uses stress to his advantage just by believing that stress works for him and not against him. I understand that it sounds too simple, but a lot of times great ideas don't have to be too complicated, and your belief system is one of those things that are easy to change, and they can make a huge difference. They can even change your hormones. And secret number 4 is Nadal's mindset. Nadal believes that the destiny of most athletes is to live with pain. Even though in his autobiography, when he was talking about, when he was expressing this particular idea, he was talking in the context of injuries. He actually, I believe that he stands by his rule in his practice, during the matches. He doesn't avoid pain like most of us, including me, sometimes, but I'm working on it. And he actually embraces it, and you can see that from how hard he works out, from how hard he practices, how he plays regardless of his injuries. He only doesn't play if it's just impossible for him to continue the match. Okay, and funny enough, the more you resist something, the more it persists. And Nadal maybe realized that, or maybe he was just raised like that. Nadal fully embraces the pain, struggle, and difficulties as just an inevitable part of life and a part of his success as well. And secret number 5 is defense wall. Nadal describes that he uses gratitude for having his supportive relatives as a defense wall, which gives him a sense of peace before the match and during the match when he sees them cheering on for him. Well, many of us do not have supportive relatives, and I understand that. You can use literally anything as your defense wall, and a great exercise to build up that defense wall is to take a piece of paper and write everything you're grateful for, starting from having your legs, arms, anything, maybe your beliefs, religious beliefs maybe. Write it down and put it somewhere where you can see it, and maybe remember it before or even during the match to help you feel more energized. And bonus secret number 6 is no excuses. If you've ever seen Rafael Nadal press conference after he has lost the match, you will never see Nadal use any excuse that can justify his loss. It doesn't even matter if he was injured, if the weather was bad, if everything was against him. He just never uses it as an excuse that he tells other people, and it seems like he doesn't even use it to himself as an excuse. And it might sound like it's one of those pop culture advice, like, oh, keep going, don't ever use excuse. I think it actually has a very psychological, once again, switch in his mindset, because I don't know if you've ever noticed, but when you're playing a match or against some sort of whatever sport you're playing, sometimes when you're losing or there is that fear that you might lose, you think, oh my gosh, what am I going to tell my coach? Why did I lose? I have to find this excuse, and you start looking for all these reasons why you've lost this match, and you start focusing on all the negative and on everything that is going against you. And for Nadal, it's just not even a problem, because he knows that if he's gonna lose and go to press conference after he has after he had lost the match, he's just gonna say that I own this loss, this is my failure, and it's not because I had an injury, it's not because everything was against me, it's not because of the weather, it's just me. And that really has a powerful effect on your self-talk during the match. If you understand what I'm saying, like during the match, you're not gonna think, oh, like, okay, if I'm gonna lose this match and I'm gonna meet this friend of mine in the locker room, and he or she is gonna ask me, why did you lose? I'm gonna say that I lost because of this, or because of that, or because I wasn't trying, or because of injury. And yeah, it just really is not even on his mind, because he knows that he's gonna own every single failure, every single loss that he has, and his self-talk is much better because he doesn't use excuses, if you understand what I'm saying. But anyway, now click on one of the videos that has appeared on the screen, probably somewhere here, subscribe, click the like button, and thank you so much for watching my video till the end. Love you guys. I'm so excited, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. Okay. or receiving wait. Oh, wait a sec. Wait a sec. You guys, I'm so excited.